My name is Josh Noble, and I'm co-author of the book Pro SharePoint 2010 Search. As part of my blog series on ProSharePointSearch.com, I'll be showing you a simple way to increase the accuracy of the SharePoint 2010 Search Refinement web part. To start off, I want to check out the search results page that I already have deployed. So here I'm at a search center. I'm going to execute a search to get to my search results page. And one of the first things that I want to point out is that before diving into this, I have exposed numbered refiners in a couple of my refinement categories. This will be a little bit easier for us to actually see the results of our edit of the accuracy index. For those of you working with real environments, you probably have far more content than my little test server here. And so you might want to change the particular accuracy index or the number of documents that are being analyzed by SharePoint's refinement panel. By default, SharePoint 2010 will only consider the first 50 items in the search result set when calculating refiners. The accuracy index is a feature which controls how many search result items are analyzed by SharePoint and used for the refinement panel. If the accuracy index is higher, then the more documents that are considered and consequently more relevant results are brought back to the refinement panel. For example, if I pull back a result set that is where PDFs are something that I might be looking for. And those PDFs are only located between results 300 and 500, but the SharePoint 2010 refinement panel is set to the default count of 50. Then it won't even recognize that PDFs are an option for the refinement panel. This can be changed by changing the accuracy index, as we've mentioned. So if I want SharePoint 2010 to look at PDFs between the search results of 300 and 500 in the refinement panel, I need to change this accuracy index, which is fortunately quite easy to do. So I'm going to go to the Site Actions here and go back into our web part. I'm going to edit our web part. Now, I should mention that there are limitations to the accuracy index in SharePoint 2010. As you increase the accuracy index, you do place a larger performance demand on SharePoint. And depending on the number of queries your portal is handling and your available software, this could cause problems in certain environments. It's also important to note that SharePoint 2010's refinements are considered shallow refiners. This means that the accuracy index cannot be set for anything higher than 500 items. If you set the accuracy index for anything more than 500, SharePoint will do a hard adjustment back down to 500 items. This means that if you have very large document sets, you are not able to analyze the entire document set. If instead of your PDFs being located within search result items 300 to 500, maybe they're located between the results 1500 and 2000, then you won't be able to return them back as a refinement option. If you have a need to analyze larger document sets, then you can implement enhancements such as Ontoloca Search or replace the SharePoint search engine with something like Fast Search Server. So here we'll notice that I want to change this particular accuracy index, and by default it's set to 50. So changing this is as easy as adding in an extra 0 here, and that takes me up to my max of 500 within the refinement panel. So I'm going to apply this here. Then I'll click OK and save and close my page. Now here we'll notice now that I am looking at more than 50 results. Here I'm pulling back something with 106 results, but let's just kind of test this out and see what our limitations are at. Let's do a broader search. Search for A and wildcard. It should bring me back a few more results, even though I don't have a ton of documents in this particular result set. Here I'm pulling back 360 results, so here I am able to see 300. 122, so I am able to increase that, fortunately. As a final note, I do want to remind you that you will need to manually make this change for any instance of the refinement panel. Changes made on one search results page will not affect others in your farm. And with that, you should have all the information that you need to increase the accuracy index in your SharePoint 2010 search environment. For additional information about how to get the most out of your SharePoint 2010 search environment, please check out our book, Pro SharePoint 2010 Search, which is available through A-Press and any other major book retailers. Also, make sure to keep up with our blog at prosharepointsearch.com.